I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, you are audible.
A very sweet and cold evening to everyone. I hope everyone is in the pink of their health. On the behalf of Team Hackers for You, I'm Anshika. Welcome you all in this 3 days free live training on open source intelligence. Let me introduce to our speaker, Mr. Tanishq Kushwaha, who is the instructor of this 3 days live training. Hope you all will learn a lot from this free training. Wish you a very happy learning. Now over to you, sir.
Hello to all of you. I'm Tanishq and I'm going to be your instructor for next 3 days. I can't share my screen. Saurabh, can you do anything?
And your voice is also not audible, sir. It's very low.
Okay, voice is not audible. You're getting issue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me a sec. Hello, is it audible?
It's very low, sir. Your voice is very low.
Okay, now is it audible?
Yes,
It's
it
actually
you.
audible.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. So स्क्रीन और ऑडियो सब ओके है ना? ये पहले कंफर्म करो.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
ओके.
I request you to deliver the class in the English, sir, because I'm not familiar with the Hindi language or Urdu.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, sir.
All the people here are comfortable in English.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Sorry. If you guys have any doubt, just write in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Let's start the session. Okay. So for today, our topic is OSINT. Okay. So let me first explain you what is OSINT. The full form of OSINT is Open Source Intelligence. Okay. Open Source Intelligence. Everything is good. Screen and audio. Just confirm me once.
It's clear, sir. It's clear.
Screen is not visible.
Visible, sir, visible.
It's visible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, let's continue. If you guys have any doubt, just write in the chat box. I'm watching chat box. Okay, I'm looking into chat box. So, let's continue. So, open source intelligence. It means gathering the information from the open source. Okay, gathering the information from the open source, or we can say gathering the information or gathering the information which are available publicly. Okay, so this is the basic meaning of OSINT, open source intelligence. Okay, now let's move to the slide. So open source intelligence means the information which is available in publicly or freely. Okay, so it is a multi method, so there are many technologies, many methods to gather the information and then analyzing that information and exploiting the target according to the analyzed or gathered information. So this is the basic definition of OSINT. Okay, so we can also say it is the way to go out and gather the information which are available publicly. Okay, we do not gather information in OSINT by directly interacting with the our target. Okay, we do passive kind of gathering, not active kind of gathering in this OSINT. Okay, so is this understandable by all? You guys understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move further. So this is the basic definition of OSINT. Okay, so for OSINT, what we are going to use? We are going to use normal internet, or you can say information available publicly. Okay, so where we can find these sort of information? Nothing special, just the information which are available on Google, or we can say on social medias. Okay, on social media or on websites. Okay, or on websites, normal business pages. Okay, so all the information that are available in public, and if we gather that, then it is called OSINT. Okay, so first I will discuss what we are going to see today and what other things we are going to see today. So today what we are going to see, basics of OSINT. Okay, we are going to understand basics of OSINT, like what is OSINT, why do we use it, okay, and where do we
Sir, yeah.
need this. Yeah, hello.
Hello, yes, sir. A very good evening. Can you explain like there is a basic knowledge need for understanding the OSINT, like penetration testing, like enumeration, information gathering?
Sorry, like you are not or completely audible, can you repeat?
Yeah. What a prerequisite for learning the OSINT tools?
OSINT tools
Uh,
for
yes,
learning OSINT.
yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I am going to tell. Okay, first I'm discussing why do we need OSINT and thing.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay. So why do we use it and where do we need this? Okay, so these are the things. Then we are going to understand. We are going to look the introduction of sock puppet. What is sock puppet? Okay, then we are going to deep dive into search engine, things like search engine OSINT and uh, image OSINT. Okay, this is the things which we will try to cover today. Okay, these are the things which we are going to cover today. So let's start from basic of OSINT. I hope everyone have understood the definition, or like what is OSINT. Basically, it's easy, it's simple. The information which we gather from the public resources, okay, which are available freely, publicly, that information, that process of collecting information is known as OSINT, open source intelligence. You guys understood the basic of OSINT? Kind of same. OSINT and Recon is kind of same. Okay. In OSINT, we gather, in Recon, we gather information. Okay. But there are two kind of Recons. First is passive Recon, and second one is active Recon.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So in OSINT, we do not interact with the target actively. Okay. We gather information passively without interacting with the target. You can say OSINT is kind of Recon, but in OSINT, you gather information which are freely available. Okay. OSINT can be used for, like, in hacking. In which fields OSINT can be used? OSINT can be fuel your cyber investigations. Okay. Your investigations, and it will improve your research skills. Okay. Doing OSINT will improve your research skills, and one of the part where you are going to use OSINT is cyber investigation. When you are doing investigation, you are gathering information about the things. This is the thing. And when you are doing some kind of physical pen testing or pen testing on an organization, you will do the OSINT for that organization. Or you are targeting a person, okay, you are going to OSINT, you are going to gather information about that person, like who is that person, can I get his passwords, or can I get his email, can I exploit these information. So these are the things we do with OSINT. So do you guys understand that? Just write yes or no, then I will
Yes,
move
sir.
further. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you guys understood what is basics of OSINT. Okay, now let's move ahead. So types and categories of OSINT. You can say types of categories of intelligence. Okay, there is not only OSINT, there are many kind of intelligence. Okay, there are open source intelligence, closed source intelligence. There are many more kind of intelligences. So we are going to look first mostly in open source. Okay, what is open source intelligence? And there is another sort of intelligence which is known as closed source intelligence. In closed source intelligence, we are going not we people use the restrict access information about the target or about something. Let me give you an example. Just like police use the CCTV footages and the data of the users. Okay, so this is kind of closed source intelligence. In this, we cannot get the footages and data of CCTV directly. Okay, so these things comes under closed source intelligence. Okay, and the data which are freely available, that comes under open source intelligence. So before diving into these things, first understand what is the difference between data, information, and kind of knowledge. Okay, so data. So data is nothing but, you can say, raw facts. Okay, raw facts is known as data. Okay, you can, or you can say okay, information is known as data. Okay, so I have taken a data set for you. This is something. Okay, this you can consider as data. Okay, so just any one of you tell me, does this thing give you any meaning? And you can say about, after seeing this, you can say anything about it, like what is this, is it meaningful, is it
No,
seems you
no,
meaningful?
no.
No, it's not meaningful. It's just some raw facts, just raw pieces of characters in a numeric new sorry Okay, so it's just pieces of characters and all. Okay, so then let's move on information. So this is, you can say, a kind of data. Okay, this is data, the raw facts or unprocessed info which do not give any sort of meaning. Okay, so what is information? Okay, when we process this data, okay, using any sort of tool or algorithm, okay, or anything, when we process it, okay, and it become meaningful, and it became meaningful, then it is known as information. Okay, so this is something like some of the combinations of numericals, numeric digits and the character. So according to my experience, so it's some sort of hexadecimal, it's sum of hex, it's written in hex. So let's do hex to text converter. Okay, let's go over here, and so we have a website. Let's just insert this. No, it's text to text. Okay, so I am from Kochikame. Okay, so this was just the data. When we process the data, we got some sort of information, which is I'm from Kochikame. Okay,
Yes.
this thing gives some sort of meaning. Okay, Kochikame can be anything. Kochikame can be a place or anything. Okay, you can research about it. You can gather information about this information. Okay, you can gather things about this. Okay, so this is giving some sort of meaning. So this is what we can call information. Okay, so do you guys understand what is the difference between data and information? I hope
Yes,
you
sir.
guys have understood. Okay,
Yes.
no. So let's move to knowledge. Okay. Knowledge. So it is nothing but combination of information. Okay. Information, experiences, and intuition. So how I get to know that this is some sort of hexadecimal, or what is this? Okay, so this thing comes with experience. Like I have seen these sort of data sets. Okay, I not this only. If you like, if you give me the base 64 encryption, I can tell this is from base 64 or base 62 or kind of sharp 512. So this comes from experience. So this became my knowledge. Okay, so these are the three things: data, information, and knowledge. So do you guys understand this? I hope you guys have understood
Yes, sir.
this. Okay, I'm moving ahead. So I have told you what is open and closed source intelligence. So now let's move for open source data. So the data which is coming from the primary or generic source, malab, it's coming from the basic source. Okay, basic source, you can say the direct satellite images and the direct signals from the satellites that considered to be the data. Okay, that images are not processed or not filtered. Okay, these are the just raw images that are coming from the satellite. Okay, we need to process them to get our certain data from this. So certain information or certain photos from that. So that is known as open source data that are coming from primary or generic sources. Okay, when this data is somewhat filtered and processed, and we got some filtered data or information from that raw or data from the primary source, then that is known as open source information, it is secondary, because like we have filtered the primary data, then it came to us, so that's why it is secondary. Okay, then the third thing is open source intelligence. Okay, the combination of it is nothing but the combination of both primary and secondary resources. In this we use both primary and secondary resources, because sometimes we do not get the required things from the secondary or filtered data, then we move to the raw data and try to analyze that. Okay, and the last thing is the OSINT V. For V here is verified. Okay, the V is here for verified. The OSINT, the information which is verified, okay, from any sort of source or authority, then it's coming to us. It is known as OSINT V. So OSINT with a high level of certainty. Okay, so do you guys understand that this all the things in this slide?
Sir,
Are you able to understand?
yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
So in the
Yeah, tell me.
open source data, like it's basically on the public side, no? Like in the it may be available for the public.
It's not maybe the data which is available for public. Okay, and we gather that data. That is what is open source means. That is open for all. Okay, that is freely available. So the data which is freely available, open to all, is known as open source data. Understood?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Okay, so let's move ahead. So this is intelligence cycle. Okay, I've told you there are many kind of intelligence, not only open and closed source. Okay, so this is how the intelligence cycle work. Okay, so first the planning and direction. In planning and direction, it that why are we, and why, what, when we need to execute the in the sense, let me open my text editor. So yeah, planning and direction. Okay, in planning, sorry, yeah, planning and direction. Okay, planning and direction. In this, we consider that why are we doing OSINT? Okay, what is my target when I need to do the OSINT? Okay, when I need, where I need to do the OSINT. Okay, we need to plan, and like when we plan, we move in a certain or particular direction. Okay, just like imagine a company have given you a contract to do a pen test on them, then you have your target, that what is my target. Okay, you know when you have to do the OSINT or information gathering on them, and where you have to hunt on their domains or the physical building, or where and why. You have the reason why you need to do that, because the company have given you the contract. Okay, do you guys understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move ahead. It's done. It's done. Yeah, where it is. Yeah, so let's move ahead. Then what is next? Then the collection part. Okay, so in this 3 days of training, we are going to look the most of the part of collections. Okay, so because collection is the thing which we are going to consider, and the most important part of the OSINT is collection. Okay, you need to develop a skill, a methodology to collect the data. And in the beginning, I am just going to tell you the I'm not you going to use I'm not going to use the automated tools. Okay, I'm not going to use the automated tools in the beginning. I will tell you about the automated tools on the last day of the training. Okay, I'm going to tell you the methodology. Okay, because understanding the methodology is important. Okay, understanding the methodology is important, because like if I tell you about a tool or website, but if that tool or website is broken, then you are gone, you have nothing to do. But if if you have the methodology of like finding the data, you can find a new website, a new way to gather the information. Okay, so we are going to mostly look into the methodology part in the beginning. Okay, so any one of you have any sort of question or issue? I hope not. So collection means the when we are collecting the data. So we are going to in this course we are going to focus. We are focusing on the collection part. Then processing means when we have gathered the information, then we are processing that and exploiting that. After that, we are analyzing the its exploitation and processing part. Then after that, we are making a report and giving to a company, which comes into dissemination and integration. And again, we are planning and direction. So these are some of the intelligence cycle. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So those are who, when, and where, and why. So this is all about planning and direction. So I hope you guys have understood the basics of OSINT. So these
Yes.
are the basics of OSINT. Okay. So any one of you have any sort of doubts and anything you guys want to ask? Else we will move ahead.
No, sir, no.
It's these are, if you're getting confused, don't get confused. These are just the basics. Okay, we are going to step into the practicals. Okay. So I think no one have any sort of doubt. So let's move ahead now. On sock puppet. Do you have any sort of idea what is sock puppet means, or can anyone guess what can be sock puppet?
No, sir, no idea.
No idea. Can anyone guess? Just give me a guess. What can be a sock puppet? From it word or anything you can guess.
It's like a fake identity of person.
Yeah, kind of. You are right. Okay.
Fake identity of person.
Yeah. Okay. So what is sock puppet? So basically it is your fake, online identity. Okay. Which, or you can say, misrepresentation. Okay.
It's similar to a temp mill.
Sorry.
It's basically similar to a temp mill.
Look, in temp mail, you only create a temporary or fake email. Okay. Sock puppet is not only about mail. In sock puppet, you create a fake identity, not only mail. The you are creating a person. Okay, you are creating a fake online person, which needs to have a history also. Okay, if you need to be good in investigation and all, you need to have to know that how sock puppet are created and how to create the legit sock puppets, okay, which cannot be identified or traced. Okay, so misrepresentation of, so what I was telling, it is your fake identity or misrepresentation of what, of somebody you are not. Okay, somebody you are not. Okay, so and you need to make it like that this identity or this fake profile should never tie you back. Okay, it should never come to you back. It should not be used on the device. The key points which you need to, like, I'm not going to show you how to make a fake identity or sock puppet. We are going to just scratch the surfaces of sock puppet. I'm going to explain you what is sock puppet, and will tell you the resources where you can learn about making the sock puppets and things. Okay, so the first thing you need to remember about sock puppet, it's just a fake online identity or misrepresentation of somebody you are not. And the second thing, the sock puppet which you have created never tie back to you. Okay, it the things we need to remember, it should not be operated. This identity should not be operated from any of the device. Okay, which have your personal data, which links your personal data. Okay, so now why do we use sock puppet? The question come, why do we use sock puppet? Okay, why do we use sock puppet? Like if you just remember, if you are good at making sock puppet, okay, if you are good at making sock puppet, you can be a good investigator. Investigating something, somebody, or investigating or targeting, you do not want that target comes back to you, and you do not want that target know about you, that you are investigating or you are doing a research on it. Okay, so this is why you need sock puppet. Okay, and the things you should remember while creating a sock puppet, the sock puppet you are creating, to make it better, okay, to make it better, it must have a history. Okay, it must have a history. You can do anything, like you are creating a fake identity, then make it its Instagram account, Facebook account, emails and all, but it's not the thing. You have created a email and Insta account today, and from tomorrow only you are investigating on a target, or you can say on a big identity, then this sock puppet will be exposed easily, because you do not have any sort of fake identity. Okay, you have not unlinked yourself, your this fake identity from yourself. Okay, so it should be a history, like content on Instagram. Okay, like content on Instagram and Facebook and all. It should have a history. Okay, so understand what is sock puppet. So that maybe the question comes into mind, why do we need to have a history of a sock puppet? Just to show it more legitimate. Okay, if a person get to know, like this person is like investigating on me and like stalking me, if he got to know like some sort of fake, okay, then the sense of the what do we say to that word, बेसिकली उसको शक होता है. ओके, उसको थोड़ा शक होगा, बट इफ इट इज लेजिमेट, देन ही कैन इजीली ट्रस्ट इट्स अ नॉर्मल पर्सन, देयर इज नो sort of threat in this person. Okay, so this is why we need to have a history of a sock puppet to make it look more legitimate. Okay, so in the end I would like to say the main goal of sock puppet is to do, like the main goal of sock puppet is just to investigate others without being able to that target able to identify you. Okay, do you guys understood like what is sock puppet?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, got it.
It look like
such as
a
I,
real person, right?
yeah, and it's just not a thing. The pro OSINT investigator and the people, those who use OSINT, they have a different not only the emails and Instagram account, they have a different SIM cards, they have a different phones, they have a different numbers. Okay, sometimes they have the fake identities also. Okay, so for the sock puppets. Okay,
Sir,
so
why
I hope
can't
you
we
guys have,
investigate in our original ID?
why we can investigate in our original ID, that's not the issue. But if you are investigating someone, okay, like just imagine you are a police guy, you are a cyber investigator in police. Okay, and you are working with police, and you got to know about a criminal, about a drug dealer, and you are in, and just imagine the drug dealer is good in computers, and normal he's a technical guy. Okay, and you are investigating, you are stalking for what is OSINT kind of, you can say, is it's stalking kind of thing. You are taking his images, getting the data from it, you are gathering the information from the internet about him. Okay, if you are going to do the thing and investigate, there are chances he can get back to you. Okay, if you are using your real identity, he can get back to you. It's just for the reason, if you are investigating someone, he can't get back to you. He will be not to able to know about who is the real person investigating me. So this is the main goal of sock puppet.
Okay, sir.
Doubt cleared? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so let's move further. So what we have done is till now sock puppet and basics of OSINT. Okay, now let's move to the things like internet. Okay, so our next topic is search engine OSINT. Okay, before moving to it, I want to discuss some things like layers of internet. Okay, layers of internet. So as many of you people have seen that image of a glacier where the top view is surface web and the part which is under the water is deep web
Yes,
or
sir.
dark web. So let's find out that image only, the most common image of layer of internet. So layers of internet. So ये तो ज़्यादा ही टेक्निकल चलेगा, OSI लेयर पे आ गया. Yeah, we have the image. This is the image. Okay, so this is the image. So ये सबको visible होगी. I hope it's visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the upper part of the internet, okay, which is almost 5 to 6% part of, is known as surface web. Okay, what is surface web? The part of internet, the part of web which can be indexed. Let me make along with notes. Surface web, the upper part, the common, or you can say by Google, okay, is known as surface web, which you can easily access, which do not have any sort of restrictions. You do not need special sort of authorizations to access this part of internet. You can access this part of internet using typical browsers, okay, like Google Chrome, Firefox and all. Okay, so this part of internet, surface web, is easily accessible. It can be indexed on search engine easily. So some sort of illegal activities is present on this surface web also, and it is relatively small in size as compared to deep web and dark web. Okay, now let's move ahead. So what are two parts? Let's take this part as deep web. So the majority of, as you can see, the majority part of internet, if this is the whole internet, then this is the majority part of the internet. This is the deep web. Okay, and the darker part, the darkest, the lowest part of this glacier or internet is dark web. Okay, or you can say dark net. So can anyone tell me like what is deep web? If anyone of you have idea, because many times people misinterpret the deep web and dark web.
Sir, where
Information that are available, but we fail to access it.
Sorry.
Other sir, cyber informations are presented.
Okay. Cyber informations are presented. Okay, kind of. Okay. And
We can
like
access
if you want,
deep,
yeah.
we can access deep web with a specific or particular web browser.
और भाई अगर किसी को दिक्कत हो तो वो हिंदी में भी रिप्लाई दे सकता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है. Okay, so ये what is deep web. Okay, so deep web, you can say, is the part of the let me first give you an easy example. What are the names here? Anvesh. Okay, Anvesh is the guy. He must have a girlfriend. Okay, and if he have a girlfriend, then it's certain that he used to chat with his girlfriend on Instagram. And what if I'm going to, like, as people say, you can get everything on Google. What if I'm going to just search Anvesh? Anvesh, what is your girlfriend's name? So let's take imaginary girl, Anvesh and Neha, Babu, Sona, or you can say Instagram chats. Am I going to get these chats or not?
No, sir.
No. I got Anveshi Jan, Neha Basin, something, but I was not able to get the Anvesh and Neha chat. Okay, maybe Neha is not his girlfriend, so I want Anvesh emails. Okay, Anvesh emails. Am I able to get Anvesh emails? I'm getting something Anvesh, Anu's contact email address, but I want the email sent it by Anvesh, and the email which he get in last 10 days. Am I able to get those things?
No, sir.
No. And what if I want Anvesh and his, let's say, mom, its mother? Okay. चैट्स ओके शायद डांट लगाई हो मम्मी ने व्हाट्सएप ओके सो कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा ओके सो चैट्स वगैरह कुछ नहीं आ रहा है सो इट नथिंग इज दैट ओके सो व्हाई इट इज सो it is because these chats, emails, and all these things, these chat and emails, all these things are stored in the deep web. Okay, these things are stored in the deep web. So what is deep web? और अन्वेश भाई ऑफेंड मत हो जाना यार, वो ठीक है, वो तो कोई एग्जाम्पल लेना था इसलिए तुम्हारा नाम ले लिया, तो ऑफेंड मत हो जाना. ओके, डोंट गेट ऑफेंडेड. ओके, किसी ने कुछ पूछा. Where our data is stored? हाँ नीरज, where our data is stored. Okay, so it is the first thing, it is huge in size. Okay, just remember, it is huge in size and growing exponentially. It's growing exponential as the more people come on internet, the storage, the size of the deep web is growing. Okay, and for accessing it, we need kind of passwords. Okay, passwords or authorization to access the data. Okay, kind of password of authorization. Example, I've given you content of Facebook. Okay, content of Facebook or Instagram or your Gmails or your WhatsApp chat. All these sort of things are stored in, like, if you are able to access it, this means these chats, your feed chats and your